There's not enough for everyone to eat. We're in a deserted place. It'd be best to now send them away so they can go take care of themselves. And the only problem was they were measuring the need by what they had instead of by what God could provide. They were basing it on what was in their hands, what they had already. And that's what most of us do. We look at the size of the problem and the little in our hands, and we always come up with the wrong solution. We say, send it away. I'll figure it out later. There's nothing that can be done with this, because we're looking into what we have. And Jesus says something that should grab our attention in verse 16. He says this, but Jesus said to them, they don't need to go away. You give them something to eat. And they said to him, we have here only 5 loaves and 2 fish. You disciples, you do it. It's a turning point moment in the disciples' lives. You be willing. You give them. You give them what you have. You give them what you're willing to surrender. And what he's teaching is saying, then watch what I can do with what you're willing to surrender. Watch what I can do in this moment. He goes on and says, bring them to me in verse 18 through 19. And then he commands the multitudes to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and he looked up to heaven. He blessed and broke it, and he gave the loaves to his disciples, and his disciples gave to the multitudes. The disciples moved from that moment forward. The text doesn't say bread rained down from heaven and from the sky like it did on the Israelites, while Jesus did this miraculous sign and he was working alone and magical bread fell from heaven. It doesn't describe it that way. It says the disciples put bread into 5,000 hands. And somewhere between the baskets and the crowd, there was always more. Here's the point. The miracle did not happen in Jesus' hands alone. It happened in the disciples' hands. And they walked out in faith, and they gave away what they had just been given. They didn't see the multiplication first and then believe. They didn't say, he said, you do something about it. They're like, okay, we'll do something about it. And Jesus went, poof, and like, here's all the bread. Oh, cool, now we believe. Okay, 1 for you, 1 for you. They didn't see the multiplication first. They believed in what he said. They believed enough to start distribution. And then the multiplying happened in the process of giving. And that's still how it works. I think we think, gee, they had like these baskets and sacks, and like, I don't know, even I thought this at one point, like the basket magically went, you know, and they had all this extra. Like, do you see that? No, but it's full. You know, like somehow like, and then once it was full, they were like, oh, okay, now we can do it. I mean, it's thousands of people. And I don't know what image you have of this miraculous moment, of what takes place. But you have to read the words of what Matthew wrote here in the Gospels that we can understand this participation that he's bringing the disciples in. God doesn't hand us a finished miracle to admire from a safe distance. He hands us a broken loaf and says, walk into the crowd and start giving it away. And watch what happens in your hands as you go.